how people understand money making is that they think that money making is difficult. Money making is not difficult. In fact, being poor is more difficult than being rich. Why? Because in being poor, you're going to neglect your voice, your hand, your intellect. Your think of anybody that is wealthy. Yeah, around you. You think of people who are musicians. They use only their voice. Think of people who are writers, they use their hands. People who are coders, and people who are business people, they use one or two parts of their body. So, and you have uncountable parts. Yes, internal and external. You have the spiritual, you have the physical, you have the. So it is more difficult to be poor than to be rich, because in being poor you're going to neglect and don't improve all of your faculties and other. Now get it right. I'm not saying that being poor is a constant state. By me, being poor is not being able to know that you can still push and make it. By being poor, you have relaxed and said, "I'm no more trying. I've taken my own fortune like this until somebody come and help me." But if at every point, whether you are 50, 60, 70, if at every point you are pushing through, you what where you are going is very vivid. You have clarity, and then you are moving towards that. You are not poor. You are on the process of getting where you are going. And I will always say the process is even more important than the end result, than the product. So we talked about value, and in understanding career opportunities, you need to understand where value is going and where value is shifting. Value is the back end of the front end of money. Value is the back end of the front end of money. If I was sharing my screen now, I would have shown you what, when we say back end, I would have shown you what it means, like the dashboard, or I show you how coding looks like and all those you see. Now, the point being made is that whatever you see as money, please, I'm not talking about politicians. If you make money without putting value, you are either a beggar, because a beggar asks you for something, for money, not thinking that he or she should give you a value commensurate. Either you're a beggar, or you are an outright robber. You put a gun on somebody's head and say, "Oh, give me your phone, or give me the money." So you are a criminal. So you don't make money without putting in value. That's why Africa is underdeveloped. Okay, Africa is underdeveloped because a lot of people make money without putting the commensurate value in. Yeah, for you to make money anywhere in the world, you have to put the commensurate value. In fact, most times um you put in like 1 million naira worth of effort, and you make 258,000. I'm not talking about physical effort. I'm not talking about carrying load. I'm talking about the strategic effort. I'm a high performance thinking and strategic execution coach, meaning that I help people to think differently and find the shortest route to their destination. So I'm not, when I'm saying effort or hard work, I'm not talking purely in form of brawn. Yes, your physical power and might. No, I'm talking also in form of strategic, thinking, strategic execution, high performance thinking, and thinking differently, and all those. Now, back to our discussion, value is everything. So I've said it that all the money you see in front, but value is the back end, okay? All the things you see as money, cars, and everything, value and hard work is at the back end. So value is the back end of the front end of money.